Mark Jefferson Golden.
Time come. Some are go charge for corruption. Oh yes.
Why, Bawll? Some are going to charge the corruption.
Time come. Some are go charge for corruption. Oh yes.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Lover's choice. Comrade Chairman of the meeting, Comrade Maria Mitchell, all of the distinguished comrades on the platform, officers of the party, members of parliament, councillors, candidates, but most of all, the two exciting, competent, committed Jamaican women. One in the east named Perkis, one in the west named Miller Bennett. Enough respect to the two of you. Enough respect. I want to say that a couple of days ago, I got a message from the General Secretary just saying, well, we're having this meeting this evening. If I would come down a little early and do a little tour of the constituency east with Comrade Anja Burkis. So, I say, yeah, I would do it, you know. So, we come down there, we start at 12 o'clock, and we drive over some terrible road, may I tell you. Oh my gosh. But we went all over the constituency. And all I can tell you is that I'm feeling quite comfortable with what I saw and what I felt in Eastern Hanover today. You know, the labor rights were very scanty, and the comrades were very energized and excited. And I could feel the nice vibes of victory coming our way. But you know, I heard some issues about water. And I saw the situation with the road. And I know, for example, in Montpelier, how hard the water situation is. And I know you have a big tank up on the hill there, because I've actually climbed up that tank myself and gone on the roof of the tank and looked down in the hole and see it empty. And I must tell you, Eastern Hanover, hope is on the way. Help is on the way. We will do our very best to bring you water as soon as we possibly can, sorting out that tank and the piping that is required. And you know, as has been said, we are blessed with the solar power nowadays. So the high expense of pumping water isn't what it used to be. We just need to harness the technology and put the political will behind the solution. Comrades, the next PNP government is going to resume the great mission of our movement. The mission that came into existence in 1938 when a man called O.T. Fairclough came back from Haiti and he was unable to work in the bank in Jamaica as a black man. And he said, time come, we must have a national movement to lead us out of bondage, to give our people rights, to elevate our people, to control their destiny and run the country. And he chose the most brilliant man in Jamaica of that era. No one other than the right excellent Norman Washington Manley to be the first president of the People's National Party. And that movement has been a movement about empowerment, about upliftment of the people, about equality of access to opportunities, about building houses for the people, about bringing educational opportunities to the people, and about building an economy that gives everybody an opportunity to have a good quality of life. The mission of the PNP is clear. And we are coming out of a history where there was a lot of inequality, There was a lot of unfairness. And so social justice is a real issue in Jamaica. Even today, we have a need for further reforms to make our country fair, to make our country just. The people want justice. For example, so many of the beaches of this country are not accessible to the people of the country. And you want to go on a beach and hold a little meds and feel a little vibes with you and your family or whatever. Many people in Jamaica can't do that because it is not accessible to them. And I have been doing some research on this matter. And I see where in other countries in the Caribbean with strong tourism industries like ours, their citizens have a right to access any beach in the country. So I say, what is wrong with Jamaica? Why have we developed this model which excludes our people from access to beaches? And I say to you tonight, social justice demands that we have honest conversations with the tourism sector, with the captains of industry in that industry, and we work out a system which will allow our people access. And we have the weight of the law and the parliament behind us to ensure that it happens. And my commitment to you tonight, to all Jamaica tonight, is that we will change this paradigm and ensure access to the beaches of our land for the people of this land. Another issue, and it affects many of us here in Hanover, is the terms of employment in the tourism industry. It's not just the tourism industry that has this issue, because we know, for example, in the global services industry, them call it BPO, that was its original name, similar things apply. This use of short-term contracts to keep people on short-term contracts so that you can have them like hanging from a string, and you don't give them the security of tenure in their job, and you're depriving them of the benefits that the employment laws of the land intended them to have, but you're not giving it to them. Time come to cut out that. Time come to cut out the misuse of contract work terms in the country. I am not saying that there's no role for contracting people to do work. We all know if you're hiring somebody, a carpenter, or you're hiring a plumber, or you're hiring some technical specialist, they're not going to become your employee. They're doing a work for you, and you have a contract. Might be an oral contract, usually it is. Sometimes it might be a written contract for certain types of... But for people who are essentially full-time employed, coming to work every day, day in, day out, the rules of the job are determined by their employer. The pay that they're getting is determined by their employer. They are workers for that enterprise. They must have the full range of rights that the workers of Jamaica have fought long and hard for, and which the People's National Party played a great role in guaranteeing. The Industrial Disputes Tribunal, its 50th anniversary is this year. That was created by the PNP under Michael Joshua Manley. So that if there was abuse in the workplace, you didn't have to go to court, which was tedious, expensive, and inaccessible fundamentally to many people, many workers. It was a special arrangement set up so our workers could get justice in the workplace. And we had other things that we did. Equal pay for women, maternity leave law, no Boston a day again, the Status of Children's Act, which meant all of us are on the same level legally, whether our parents are married or not. These are the things that the People's National Party have done for Jamaica. And time come to sort out this contract work thing in the public sector and in the private sector. And my commitment to you tonight and to Jamaica is that the next PNP government will deliver justice for the workers of this country and will eliminate the abuse of the contract work form. Comrades and friends, our mission and our dream is to build a country where our people don't have to aspire to leave the country to make it in life. What kind of country is it where your people's main objective is to leave your country? That is not a way to develop our home. That was not the vision of our forefathers when we fought for independence, when we fought for the right to vote. We must set up Jamaica with a system which makes people feel comfortable, which gives people hope, and gives people access to opportunities and access to the ability to use their personal effort and their talent to step forward in life. That is why when we talk about our policies for education, we're tackling the things which are holding the children back now. Absenteeism is the main problem, or one of the main problems. And we have the ease and we have the right to deal with those two issues that are most contributing to absenteeism of children from school. Lunch money and the cost of it, and transportation, the cost of it. And that is why we have developed those programs. And we're going to make those investments because we want our children to have the opportunity that they can move forward, get a good education, and help to uplift themselves. So the DLP have brought in some old buses. Our position is fine. We don't think that is a solution. We see buses as having a role. We wouldn't have bought old buses, just like we wouldn't have bought used cars for the police, which has been a complete disaster. In fact, many of them have not been delivered. That was one of the many corrupt incidents of the JLP government under Holness. But we would have an integrated system that deals with the real problem. Buses are part of the solution. Taxis are part of the solution. Identifying the children in need is necessary. And having transport operators that can reach them and who are vetted to make sure that they're safe to drive with is part of the solution. And we are about dealing with education. Ours is an education policy. Theirs is a transportation policy. And it's a policy that is going to potentially hurt certain private operators as well. As we have seen with the announcement today, was it? Where they say that the JUTC, which is not providing adequate bus service in the Kingston metropolitan area, as has been said, ridership is down. Number of buses that roll out every day is down significantly from where we left it. Now they're going to be competing for executive bus service all over the island to take people to all over the island. I'm saying that is a lack of focus on what needs to happen. Let us solve the problems that exist. There's no reason why they should be doing that because other people are adequately doing that. Comrades, this is why the next PNP government must be the choice of the people. Because the people need the real solutions to real problems. That's why we have the first in family. We recognize that there are still many people, children from poorer homes, low-income homes, who are not taking up opportunities for tertiary education because they can't afford it. And the Student Loan Bureau, as presently configured, is a frightening prospect for many of them. Because if they don't get employed after they study, or their job is a very low-income job, they're going to struggle with the loan payments, and they're going to get a bad credit, and that's going to mess up their prospects in life. That is why we have the first in family scholarship. For any family where the student applying for tertiary is the first in that family to do so, they will get a full scholarship under the PNP. And we're going to modify the Student Loan Bureau terms so that the loan payments are capped at a manageable portion of your actual income as a worker. And so that you will be able to manage your life and still make those payments. And if there's ever a time that you are unemployed, your obligation is suspended for the period of your unemployment. So you don't get a bad credit because you're not in default. The PNP is thinking about young people, thinking about the needs of our people. That's why in housing, comrades, yes, we are committed to affordable housing as our priority because in the last 10 years, there has been no real attempt to fill the demand for affordable housing. Real estate has been booming uptown. Apartments uptown, apartments in wealthier communities, going for 30 million, 40 million, 50 million. But ordinary Jamaican people and workers, whether it be public sector workers or self-employed individuals, cannot afford those homes. So we see the gap in the market, we see the need, and we intend to fill it. And the PNP has a track record when it comes to building affordable homes and a track record when it comes to land reform. That's why when Comrade Lothan Cousins speaks about our land policy, anybody who has been settled on land in Jamaica that is public land and has been there for 25 years or more, they will get their title for that land. And if they've been settled for less than 25 years, but they've invested in the house and they wish to buy it, they will be afforded the opportunity to do so, and they will be given a payment plan that is manageable for them. That is a commitment of the People's National Party. Because we want to build an ownership society. Andrew Holness and the JLP love to talk about prosperity. It is a mirage. It is an illusion. There is no prosperity in Jamaica except among the few who are benefiting from his policies and his approach to governance. We are about creating an ownership society, eliminating the social injustices that exist, giving people access to land and ownership of land, building affordable houses, public lands which we are in the process of identifying, which are not suitable for agriculture. That is where we're going to build those 50,000 houses. And we guarantee each constituency, including Eastern Hanover, including Western Hanover, at least 500 affordable housing units in our first term. And we are not going to include the value of the land in the price of the house when we sell it to you. So when you buy that house, you're getting extra value which you don't even have to pay for. Millions of dollars of value that you don't have to pay for because the land value is not going to be included in the price. So when them come with them 20,000 or whatever them coming with, just think about that. Think about the policies I've been describing to you tonight and those that my colleagues have described already. And think about the fact that those policies are going to benefit you for years to come, benefit your children for decades to come, benefit your descendants, your grandchildren for even centuries to come. And don't be confused, don't be taken off track by inducements that will be present for a day or two, but will be fleeting and gone, and you'll be back in the bondage that you're in now. We are wiser than that, Jamaica. We're not going to be fooled by those promises, those illusions of ribbons that are being cut left, right, and center for projects which are not complete. Projects are not anywhere near being ready. Comrades, we have an important choice ahead of us. Whenever the election is called, whether Andrew call it or the Constitution call it for him, it must happen. And we are ready for it. We're ready now. I've been telling him for a long time, call the election, Andrew. Call it. How is it that in 2020, in less than 4 years of your term, when COVID was on the land and had not yet reached community spread, you called a general election? Right in the middle of COVID. Community spread was announced the day after that election, and the number of people who died from COVID went through the roof after that. Yet now, nearly 5 years has expired since the last election, and you're afraid to call it. Call it. And make the people decide which way they want to go. Because I am all over Jamaica. Every day, virtually, I'm on the road, pressing the flesh, talking to people, and I know what the Jamaican people want to see. And they want to see the back of this government, and they want change. And the People's National Party is coming with a program of progressive change to uplift the people of this country and make Jamaica a better place. We want to build a strong economy, a resilient economy. That is why I am on Marky G, Mark Jefferson Golding. My principal role as Prime Minister in terms of day-to-day activity will be to look at the bureaucracy of this country and make it more efficient, to make it less costly, to make it less burdensome for who have to deal with it, and to ensure that investors coming to Jamaica get the right treatment so that they will invest their money and create high value added jobs so our people can get wealthy in this country and don't have to run away to other lands to seek hope. There will be hope right here in the land of their birth. I have been meeting with investors. There is a lot of potential there. I'm not going to outline them now. But up to this morning, I had breakfast with some investors who had a wonderful series of plans, 20 projects integrated in areas where Jamaica has great potential, in health and wellness, and in logistics. I'm not telling you any more than that. But we're not coming to government with empty hands. We're coming to government with plans. So comrades of Hanover, I say to you tonight, you gave us 7 out of 7 a year plus ago. We are most grateful to you for that. And I'm a man, I'm chairman of Anegans Football Club. I'm a man who loves the football. We love the cricket too, but... And I want to see 2 love drop in a Hanover. 2 love for drop in a Hanover. Comrade Anja Perkis, I go put it in the pigeon on the right. And Comrade Heather Miller Bennett go and put it in the pigeon on the left. 2 love in them. Comrades, the word is love. God bless you all. What a night. Power to the people. Power.